You're listening to the Health Coach Nation podcast. My name is Hailey Rowe, and I'm a business coach for online health coaches who want to attract their ideal clients, stop feeling defeated by their never-ending to-do list, balance a healthy lifestyle with their growing business, and stop overanalyzing what everybody thinks of them so that they can confidently own their message and online presence. On this podcast, we dive deep into health information you can share with your clients, business strategy tips, and more. Let's get to it. Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. It's Hailey. I am a business coach for health coaches working on building their clientele authentically and who are afraid to come online and are overwhelmed with all the things they could be doing to grow their online business. And I help them kind of weave through all the information and actually get implementing on things that are going to take them to the next level. And tonight, I wanted to talk to you guys about Instagram and using Instagram to grow your clients. And the reason why I wanted to do this is because last week I did in my Health Coach Nation Facebook group an Instagram Live all about Instagram, and it generated some questions. And yesterday I had 2 questions from 2 lovely ladies in the Health Coach Nation Facebook group about Instagram, and they were very good questions, so I wanted to share them on my page with you, go through them, and I think it will benefit anybody who is a health coach or an online coach. So let's get right into it. Before we do, I just want to let you know that if you're not using Instagram and you are a coach, it's really important to get on there and to use it not in a way that's just about getting likes or just about, being sponsored by brands or things like that, but to build relationships, get to know your audience a lot better, use it for market research, use it to learn the urgent struggles of your clients, and it can be a very helpful tool. So first off, I want to say if you're not in the Health Coach Nation Facebook group, go watch the first video that I did in that group by requesting to join. I'll accept you, and you can check it out. It was from last week, and it covered some more tips on Instagram. So we're going to do this video today as if you've already watched that, and we're going to add on to it. So let's get right into the first question. So this question is from Sarah. And by the way, if you're here watching, let me know, comment if you have questions as we go, and I'll be happy to answer those. So Sarah wants to know about increasing engagement. So I'm going to read her question. It says, I find that I get a lot more engagement on my posts that are recipe centered, she's a health coach, versus motivational ones that ask for participation or feedback. It gets me the wrong kind of followers, and they're only in it for the follow backs. Are there any specific hashtags you use for coaching that seem to get more engagement? My ideal client is female, 25 to 45, budget conscious, struggles with past diets that have not worked, and has kids and family. So first off, Sarah, thank you very much for your question, and I appreciate you for allowing me to post the video to answer it, because that just seems to be the easiest way. And I love that you know your ideal client, that you have an age range. And by the way, that age group is going to love your Instagram. They're going to be on Instagram. They're going to be looking for recipes. So that is spot on. And that's good that you know that their urgent struggle is past diets that haven't worked. So regarding the issue of hashtags and what hashtags get engagement, I am going, and I do have notes here because I have looked at your profile in particular. I would say that actually hashtags, using them in your post captions, is a way to get more eyeballs on your post, and that can be beneficial, and it's free to use, and you can use up to 30 hashtags per post, which is great. But I don't think of hashtags on a post as the best way to build engagement or build clients from Instagram. And instead, I'm going to share with you a different way to use hashtags that will allow you to build clients, but it's not from commenting them on your picture posts. It's actually different. So we'll get to that shortly. But the first thing that I wanted to say when it comes to hashtags is that I have made a list specifically for you that would be good for your audience, that from what I understand, what you sent me. And I've made a list of hashtags you can use for recipe posts, and I've made a list of hashtags you can use for your particular motivational health tip posts. And I will email those to you privately. But for everybody who's on this video call, this live right now, if you would like me to send you a list of hashtags for different specific market segments, so for example, if you're a health coach and you specialize in fat loss, a list of hashtags for that. If you are hormone health coach, a list of hashtags for that. If you'd like me to send you a list for that, be sure to go to the link in this video description. I hope it's still there because I did start this video over. But if it's not there, I'll leave it in the comments, or I'll leave it in the description after this video, and you can pre-register and I'll send it to you. I don't have it ready yet. It's not going to be sent to you right away, but you will get my free Unstoppable Consistency Planner, and then I'll email you a follow-up with the hashtags list. So go to the link, it's haileyrowe.com/FB challenge, and you can sign up to get the list of hashtags once I make it. But for Sarah, I will send you those privately. So anyways, now that you would know some good hashtags you can start doing a trial and error with, which I will send you again after this video, I want to get moving on to what really will build your engagement and likes and comments on your photos and from your stories as well. So first, before moving on, when it comes to your hashtags that I'm going to send you, I also want you to ask yourself what your ideal client's biggest struggle is when it comes to diet. So you said they struggle with finding a diet that works, or sticking to a diet, or they're just tired of dieting. But what is their main goal? Why were they dieting in the first place? Is it for weight loss? Is it because they can't seem to control themselves with food? Do they have overeating issues? Do they stress eat? Like, ask yourself those questions, because then you can get even more specific with your hashtags. Because, for example, if you are somebody who works with clients who struggle with fat loss, you'll be more specific, saying things like, lose fat, or how to lose fat, or what are those kinds of people searching in the search bar on Instagram? Because if you're talking about weight loss, or if you're talking about hormones, those are two different things. People are going to be searching for different how-tos, different, I want help with X, Y, or Z. So try to take it even further, and the more specific you can get with hashtags, the better. And the other thing that I would recommend is, what is their job, and what are they looking to get from Instagram? So if they're stay-at-home moms, maybe they would be more prone to look up things like on-the-go meals, or something like, mom hacks, instead of somebody who's like a 9-to-5 corporate worker who might be like, packing lunches for themselves and looking for meal recipes. They can do meal prep Sunday and, things like that. So try to think about their job or what they do on a daily basis when thinking about your hashtags, because again, for somebody who's not working with like entrepreneurs, and I see them putting like entrepreneurship just because they're a health coach, that's not what their audience is looking up. Or like girl boss hustle, but then their audience is people who wouldn't be searching that, right? So always think about what they're going to be searching for. And let's move right along now to engagement tips. So hashtag search tip that you can use is, instead of just posting the 30 hashtags on your photo in the comments, I highly recommend that you go to the Discover page on Instagram, where there's the search bar, and type in hashtags that your audience would use, your ideal clients would use. So for me, since I'm a business coach for health coaches, I look up people who are saying things like hashtag health coach in training, or hashtag Whole30 certified, or hashtag bulletproof coach, because I know that those people are marketing their businesses, they're coaches, they're going to be using those kinds of hashtags. Or maybe like just got certified, you know, something along those lines where I could be like, oh my gosh, congratulations, you're a health coach, welcome, you know, to that world, and they'll come across my profile. So the step one is to write down a list of hashtags that you think your ideal clients are using on their photos. And if they're moms, maybe they're saying, you know, something like family time or, you know, something along those lines. Then what you're going to do is go to their pages, like a lot of their posts, get involved in building a relationship with them. So maybe you relate to them, maybe you have kids their age, maybe you see that they like traveling, you like traveling. So get involved, start just, you know, engaging with them a little bit. And this is like dating, it's a slow process. You're not just going to go to their page and message them and say, hey, want to hop on a call with me right now? Want to check out my services page? No, you start with small, hello, we have a lot in common. You're my kind of gal, you're my kind of guy, you know, and build the relationship there. So like their posts, check out their Instagram stories. If it relates to you, comment, things like that, follow them. And then what I would do is keep on getting to know them better on Instagram. And eventually there will be a time where something sticks that you, something you come across that you see you can help them with. You can say something like, hey, I actually coach people on that. If you want my free meal prep guide, here's the link to get the free meal prep guide emailed to you, or something like that. So again, I would start with a baby step, something like, here's my email opt-in page for a free gift that is relevant to them when it's appropriate, when they're looking for that, right? So you can set aside time to do that. Each day you can set a certain amount of new people to reach out to. It's up to you how you want to structure it into your day. But I think that that's a better use of your time on Instagram than just doing the 30 hashtags on your daily posts. And the other thing that I would do is learn from your role models. So before we talk about learning from your role models, I first want to give another hashtag tip. So if you have certain people in your field that maybe are a coach and they're really doing well and they're doing what you want to be doing, and their type of client is your type of ideal client, I would recommend going to their page, looking at their kinds of posts that get the most engagement, that get the most comments, that people seem to be really resonating with, asking yourself, what kind of post is this? Is it a knowledge post? Is it a quote? Is it a personal story? Is it a practical tip? Is it a life hack? What kind of post is it? Is it inspirational? Why do you think people liked it so much? And look at the comments, see what you can gain from that, meaning market research. What are the topics? What are the questions people have? What are the struggles that they have? And that way you're going to get ideas for, number one, your content that's going to be creating great engagement because you reinvented the wheel, but you'll obviously have to structure it and re-engineer the post in your own way, with your own story, with your own strengths. But it's not a bad idea to look at your role models, look at people in your field doing exactly what you want to do, who has your ideal target market. It doesn't even have to be another coach. It could be a brand that you know your ideal clients love, and you know they're hanging out on that brand's page. And so once you look at that, you can plan out your own content 5 days in advance, however you want to do it, and make sure that you are addressing things that would be engaging based on what you've researched. And the best thing you could do for creating engaging posts is ask yourself, would I comment on this? Would I feel moved by this? Would I like this? And also learn about your ideal clients through other people's pages on what they're commenting. What are they asking? What are their burning questions? What are their main struggles? And you can do this with Facebook groups too. Wherever your ideal clients hang out, go there, see what they're commenting, see what their real issues are, and then create content based on that. So now, that said, the hashtag tip. So see, oh wait, let's see, where was I? Oh, learning from your role models. That's what we were going to go back to. So after you research what kind of posts are doing well and you plan your own accordingly, I would also look at those role models' pages and the people getting involved and go to those people's pages and see, engage with them too. So you're not spamming anyone, you're not, asking them to be your client, but you are looking around, seeing who's out there, seeing if they would resonate with your content, because really what you are doing with your content is giving people valuable tips that they can implement right away. And so it's a good idea to see who could benefit from that and help people find you. Help them come to you. You're not, going out there and chasing and saying, sign up for my paid course right away. You are going out there and just saying, hey, I'm here. I liked a few of your posts. I see we have a lot of common interests. I see you also like X brand, which is how I found you, and go from there. Okay, now the next thing that I wanted to do is a little Instagram audit for one of our Health Coach Nation Facebook group members. And I thought what would be helpful is to share my screen with you guys. So I thought we could go to her Instagram and go over it together. Let's see. Okay, so what we're doing right now is a quick Instagram assessment, meaning I'm going to look at Sophie's Instagram and give a few pointers on things that she could change for her coaching business in order to continue growing that. So first of all, good job for being on Instagram, starting it up, having a lot of posts. I was checking them out this afternoon. And the first thing that I want to cover is great job having your face in your profile picture, because if you're a personal brand and you're a coach, people want to see you, people want to know who you are, and they see your smiling face. And make sure that whatever it is for you, that's your unique element, meaning maybe your very, like anything that you can include for your brand in your photo, whether it's a background color that's your branding color, or you always have red lipstick or something, try to get that in the profile picture and give people a taste of your brand. But is that necessary? No. The most important thing is having your face in the photo if you are a personal brand. Okay, now the other thing that I wanted to cover is the bio. So this is where a lot of people get confused or post too much or are not clear in what they do. And it's tricky because you only have a certain amount of letters that you can use before you get cut off, and you want to tell them everything, but it's hard. So let's talk about it. So first of all, I don't know exactly what your goals are with the kind of clients you are trying to work with, but I would recommend to put a statement here that says something like, I help X, and I'll go over what each of these stand for, X, who struggle with Y, achieve Z. And so X would be your ideal client. So I help mom entrepreneurs, for example, or you could say I help busy corporate women, or whoever you help, who struggle with why. Why is their urgent struggle? What is their number one thing that keeps them up at night? What is the thing that they would hire a coach for? What do they really need help with? What do they not have any idea about? Maybe that's, I help busy mompreneurs who struggle with weight loss, fat loss, losing the baby weight, whatever it is, achieve Z. And Z would be what you help them to achieve their dream, their number one goal, their number one dream. And that sentence up here would allow me to come to your profile and immediately say, oh, okay, this is my kind of coach, or this is somebody who I want to work with. And don't be afraid about being too specific, especially in the beginning of your coaching business, because you either want to attract the right people who are going to engage and actually care about your content, or you want to repel the people who are just not your style and who will never work with you right away. So you're making it easier for yourself by putting that statement in here. And as I always say, I should be able to come to your profile and within 10 seconds say, oh, this is somebody, this is what I've been looking for, or say, no, this person's not for me, and that's totally okay too. But you want to have that sentence right at the stop, right at the top. And the other thing that's important is I would recommend adding a location if you can, just because it helps more people find you. And also keep in mind that hashtags do not rank in your bio. So it's not going to really help you get visible. So if you're using that for that reason, I would say you can take it out. I like that you say, okay, fit life and down 40 pounds. Like this should be something, if this is what you help people with, or if makeup is what you help people with, I would put these things at the top. So choose. You could even say something like, a whole transformation with beauty and weight loss, or whatever you're going to be coaching people on. Keep those in the bio, but I would take out the other things. So I would take out, doggy lover, because we could learn about you more and see that you're a doggy lover with your posts. We could see it in your stories. You could post about your dog, but in your bio, this is like prime real estate. It's right at the top of the page. I'm getting to know you for the first time. So we want to keep it really clean and know exactly what you do and help people with. The other thing that, and by the way, congrats on losing 40 pounds. And maybe I need a lot of makeup tips from you, so that'll be exciting. I followed you. Well, we'll get there. All right, so now let's talk about Linktree. I would actually recommend changing this to a email opt-in page. And the email opt-in page obviously has to be giving something of amazing value that I could easily sign up for, and you could start building your email list. And the reason why I recommend that is because it's really confusing when people have link trees, because I click on it and there's a bunch of different links, and the more clicks people have to do, the less likely they're going to take a call to action. And while it's great to promote your blogs on your Instagram bio, it's great to promote whatever you have all in one place, and it's very convenient with Linktree, I still think people are going to be more likely to take action, and a quick action, by having an email opt-in page. And once you have their email, then you can send them things like, here's my blog of the week, here's my YouTube channel, things like that, in a relationship nurturing kind of way, instead of having all of this here and they get overwhelmed and then they leave. And then down here, I see you have highlights, so that's great. I would recommend, and this is something I myself need to do, I have way too many highlights right now before I understood how they really work. But what I would tell you is maybe try to stick with just the core pillars of what your brand is going to be. So maybe you're going to talk about health tips, so I'd keep the health. Maybe you're going to talk about beauty or makeup, so I'd create a beauty one. And then you could include all the, beauty tips under one thing. So it could be makeup, it could be everything. And then you can have, about me, keep that. It could be personal stories, things like that. And then I would also recommend a testimonial or social proof one, where you would have something like, it would say testimonials or reviews, or what my clients have to say, but that'd be too long. So something like client love. And then you could have little videos or testimonials or testimonials, etc. And this is next on my list, so I will let you know once I change that, and you could kind of check it out for an example. And then let's go, so overall, great job for even setting it up, having highlights, posting on a regular basis. I saw you had a story today. With stories, by the way, you can put one hashtag and your location in each story and hide it, so it doesn't have to be clunking up the story, but it can be in there and it can help you be more searchable. So be sure to use a hashtag that your ideal client would be using, and that way you can start to attract more of them. And it should just be going through your day on your stories, daily nurturing content, what your day looks like, and kind of what you do as a coach, working what your unique system is that you help people with into your stories, with either in a conversation format, or, oh my God, my client said this today, and we work on this, that's great. Okay, now down here, I did look at these as well, and I really like the variety. I like that I can tell immediately, oh, meal prep, she's interested in health and wellness and fitness. Oh, gym pictures or working out. Okay, I like that too. Oh, goal oriented. She's a coach. Okay. So all of these things are really good to tell me who you are. You did a great job at, and also showing your face, again, amazing. As a personal brand, really important. Grocery shopping, the quotes are good. The thing with the quotes is I would choose your brand colors and your brand feel that you want to have and make all the quotes consistent that way, meaning same font, same background color, things like that would be nice. It's not, obviously it's not like absolutely necessary, but it is nice to have, nice to see, because then I get a feel for what the brand is. And let's see what else we got here. Yeah, I do like the variety. And see, this is where you say I like dogs instead of the bio, because then you can save that bio space for what you do. And there's another thing that you could do. I haven't done it yet, but there's something called Instagram presets, and you can get either you can choose a filter on Instagram that you want to use for most of your photos and kind of create a consistent brand feel, or you could get something called presets, and it's like preset edited filters for you, and they always can look the same and very clean and like one consistent brand. So overall, I would say those are some starting points to look into, and congrats for even, like I said, setting this up, putting yourself out there. I'm going to stop sharing my screen real quick. Oh, it's on. Source. Camera. Okay, I'm back. So hopefully that helps you guys. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you want to be in the next Instagram audit, be sure to join the free Health Coach Nation Facebook group and the upcoming challenge that's coming up. And invite your friends, invite your health coach team. If you're on a health coach team, meaning maybe you're on Arbonne or Beachbody or something like that, get your team involved, and we'll start the challenge very soon, I hope. And maybe we'll do another round of kind of like reviews of Instagram, website, etc. All right, thank you so much. Comment below your top takeaways, what you're working on right now, and any struggles you're having that I could maybe help with. Have a good night. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. Be sure to get your free gift over at HaileyRowe.com by joining my email list. And remember, you can always connect with me and other health coaches in the Health Coach Nation free Facebook group, where I post trainings and videos on how to take your health coaching business to the next level. Can't wait to connect with you. Have an awesome day.